On the surface, you might think Armie Hammer is an admirable star. He's already amassed a decent fortune from his movie career, and he's got the looks to match. Yet, he's attracted scandal and controversy on more than one occasion, and recently in particular. With recent allegations ranging from cannibalism to sexual abuse, it's beginning to look like Armie Hammer's career might be dead for good. In this video, we're taking a look at these allegations and the career of this Hollywood star to figure out if Armie still has a future in show business. Armie Hammer's reputation under fire. Armie Hammer has starred in some great films and played a variety of roles that showcased his acting abilities. So where did it all go wrong? The scandals began in 2010 when he married TV personality Elizabeth Chambers. Shortly after they wed, Armie was arrested for the possession of drugs. It wasn't a large amount, but he spent a day in jail before the charges were dropped. He later claimed he had confused the law on possession between federal and state jurisdictions. In the years that followed, Hammer developed a reputation for having somewhat controversial opinions on many topics. However, the public largely looked past them because he seemed to be in a healthy, familial relationship. Hammer and Chambers had 2 children and looked happy from the outside, but after 10 years together, they announced their separation in 2020. Once the news of the couple's split became public, many of Armie's exes began surfacing and making accusations. The allegations. While rumors are starting to spread, it seems Armie Hammer is on the receiving end of 3 distinct accusations. The first are allegations of sexual abuse. Apparently, Hammer engaged in non-consensual activities, meaning that his ex-girlfriends had not agreed to the intimacy that they found forced upon them. One of these women in particular claims Armie's actions left her with severe stress and anxiety, for which she had to pursue psychological help. The second accusations involve a number of peculiar messages that appear to have been sent by Armie while he was still married to his ex-wife Elizabeth. These messages were sent via social media platforms, and in addition to dishonoring his relationship with his wife, they're downright disturbing. In one message, Armie is reported to have said, "I am 100% a cannibal. I want to eat you. And I need to drink your blood." In another message, he asks to cut off a woman's toe so he can keep a piece of her in his possession at all times. These messages also include the frequent use of the word slave to describe women's intimate relationship to Armie. This lines up with some of the other claims of Armie's previous partners, who have revealed he's interested in more aggressive forms of intimacy, such as BDSM. However, the situation became more confusing in recent days when the account that posted these messages claimed they were all fake and it was merely a joke. Only one day later, the account returned to reverse those claims and say the messages were indeed real. Considering other women have verified some of the details, there seems to be more people supporting these claims than debunking them. So now people have begun to revisit Armie's older statements and interviews from a new perspective. These resurfaced interviews have not aged well when considering the new allegations. In one interview, Armie discusses the topic of sex and admits to being a dominant lover. He later followed this with a claim that he was drunk, and his words should not have been taken seriously. But in 2017, his Twitter activity reveals a few liked tweets that discuss BDSM activities. Furthermore, he made a mysterious statement during an interview with Netflix Brazil. The interviewer asked Armie to name an ideal dinner guest, to which Armie responded, Marquis de Sade. For those who are unfamiliar, the Marquis de Sade was a philosopher known for his views on sexuality. The term sadism is derived from his name, as he was known to practice sexual activities where one person gains enjoyment from inflicting pain on another. This was a clear indication that Armie was interested in these kinds of activities. The third allegation involves a video that was released on Armie's private Instagram account. The clip features a woman in his hotel room wearing lingerie who Armie calls Miss Cayman. The impression is given that the woman in the video is Miss Cayman Islands, the Miss Cayman Islands beauty pageant winner. This immediately brought a response from the Miss Cayman Island Universe Committee, denying that the woman in the video is the current Miss Cayman Islands. Armie has since apologized for implying the woman was Miss Cayman Islands. All of these allegations draw Armie's sexual preferences into question, and whether he's up to something unsavory behind closed doors. While there's nothing wrong per se with Armie's sexual interests, the public is rightly concerned that Armie is acting on his desires with less than willing participants. As a Hollywood star, there's an unspoken responsibility to maintain a tasteful image in order to keep audiences engaged and supportive of your work. So it's reasonable to worry about how these allegations might affect Armie Hammer's career. How will the scandal affect Armie Hammer's career? Many commentators are suggesting Armie's career will be affected and that he will be ignored for many roles in the future. But it's difficult to say for sure. In the immediate future, Armie has stepped down from his role in the upcoming film Shotgun Wedding. For the film, he was planning to travel to the Dominican Republic to film for approximately 4 months. With the publicity storm that's taken hold, he's opted to remove himself from the film so he can stay home with his children during this tumultuous time. However, he's still set to star in the upcoming Call Me By Your Name sequel alongside Timothée Chalamet and the Paramount Plus TV series The Offer. Time will tell if his roles in these productions changes in response to recent allegations. Who is Armie Hammer? If this is the first you're hearing of him, he broke onto the scene with his role in 2010's The Social Network. In it, he played both of the Winklevoss twins, Cameron and Tyler. The role required a body double for Armie and state-of-the-art computer imagery. The critics loved his performance, and it brought Armie to the attention of audiences worldwide. However, his career started long before The Social Network. He actually dropped out of high school to pursue acting, and landed his first roles in 2006. These included parts in Arrested Development, Veronica Mars, and Desperate Housewives. Of course, after his role in The Social Network, he had many bigger acting opportunities. In 2013, he was cast in The Lone Ranger opposite Johnny Depp. The next high point in Armie's career came with Call Me By Your Name, in which he starred with Timothée Chalamet. Armie received glowing critical acclaim for his performance in a role that required sensitivity and tenderness. This was the role that proved he was more than a handsome, casual actor. He could play the serious roles too. As his career has evolved, so have his roles. The upcoming Shotgun Wedding would have seen him opposite Jennifer Lopez in a film with broad appeal. The plot follows a couple who gather their lovable but very opinionated families for the ultimate destination wedding. Just as they begin to get cold feet about their relationship, things quickly go south as the entire wedding party is taken hostage. With Armie's departure, new actors are in talks to take over his role. The most likely candidate seems to be Josh Duhamel. According to sources, J.Lo played a significant role in selecting a replacement for Armie. As for the rest of production, Shotgun Wedding is still set to shoot in the Dominican Republic starting this February. As Armie Hammer's scandal continues to unfold, we can only speculate on these allegations. If they turn out to be true, we might see Armie go through a few rough years in Hollywood. Of course, celebrities have come back from these kinds of scandals before, so we have to wait and see. Do you think Armie Hammer's a cannibal? Let us know what you think in the comments. And be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more. Click the bell icon so you can stay updated on all our latest content.